Hi everyone. In these homework videos, I'm just going to be going through your homework, showing you what you need to hand in and how to hand it in. Alright, so the week 1 homework, the page is going to be at the very bottom of your week 1 lesson. So if you scroll all the way to the bottom through the tutorials and files, you'll find your homework here. So you have 3 things for your homework this week. You have your Laulima profile picture, and I'll show you how to do that. You have your story, and I'll give you a sample of a story so you have an idea of how detailed I want it. And third is the easiest one, that's just to email me, and that's just so I have your email address on record in my UH email. Alright, so first for the Laulima profile picture, you want to click here on Laulima Discussions, that'll link you to it, or you come up to the sidebar here and click Discussions and Private Messages. Okay, so here first what you want to do is upload your profile picture, and to do that you come up here to My Profile, click there, and that'll bring you to your profile here where you can edit. So all of this info here is optional. You can fill that in. You have space here to put a signature in if you want. So these preferences here are all on yes by default, and I usually just leave them on, mostly just so I get email notifications and it sends email notifications when I send private messages. Alright, so down here is where you're going to choose your picture. And so you can click here to go choose file to choose it, or I'm just going to drag and drop my photo onto choose file there, and then I'm going to hit submit. Alright, so that updated it, and now I have my picture right here. Next we're going to post a message to the class discussions. So we're going to click back here to discussion and private messages. This is also where we'll have our critiques later on in the semester. So click on this discussion post for student intros, and this is where you just say a quick hello. So if you come over to new topic, click there. Under subject, I'll just write. And then in the body of the message here, you can just write anything. And then just hit post when you're done. So that posts my message, and my profile picture is in the side there. If we click up here, back to the thing, you can see my topic has been posted on there. So when you post, it'll show up on here. And that's how to do the first part of the homework this week. Okay, next is going to be your story. You're going to write and type a short story that your book cover will be based on. Keep it short but be descriptive. Think size and proportion, color, environment, etc. as discussed in the lectures. So here's a sample story I'm going to show you. You can click here. This is about the length of a story you're going to want to write, and you won't have the book cover here. This is just so you can see my final that goes along with my story. Okay, I'll just read through this real quick. Kevin grew up on Gravely Street, which was a quiet street in the even quieter town of Burberry. All the kids knew to stay away from the Munro House at the end of the street. The Munro House was an ancient Victorian building at the top of a hill, and was surrounded by old trees that seemed to reach out with their bony hands. The house had been abandoned for years. That is until one day the scarecrow showed up in the front yard. The locals assumed someone put it up as a joke, and when they tore it down it would reappear the next night. The scarecrow wore an old torn-up jacket with straw spilling out, and had a large orange pumpkin for a head. A face had been carved out of the pumpkin, and the large eyes and wicked grin were illuminated with a candle. It wasn't until shortly after that first night the scarecrow appeared that children in the town started to go missing. The town erupted in panic, and a curfew was put in place until the local police caught whoever was kidnapping the children. Kevin knew it had something to do with the mysterious scarecrow, and it was up to him to figure out what was happening to the children of Burberry before it's too late. So you can see I tried to be as descriptive as possible when talking about the elements that I wanted to be in my book cover. So I described the way the trees look, the colors, how the pumpkin looks, etc. Basically, when I read your story, I should already be able to start to picture what your book cover is going to look like. And this you can just type out in a Word document. Now, I don't have a Mac, so if you're going to type it out in Pages, be sure to hit Save As and save it as a Word document. So your Word document is what you'll be attaching into the assignment section. Alright, number 3 is to email the instructor. All you have to do is go to your UH email and send me an email to byron32@hawaii.edu. Doesn't matter what you say, it could just be hi, it's just so I have your email address in my records. Alright, so those are the 3 things you're going to have for homework this week. And then if you come down to the very bottom of the homework page, you'll have the assignment link here. And so this is going to link you to the assignment section here. So if we go back down to the page, click on the assignment, where it's going to bring you to the assignment page. And this will show you the due date, also some more instructions on the homework. There's also a model answer here. If you click on that, you can see how many points this will be out of and what I give the points on. So be sure to go through this and see what I'll be grading on each week. And you have a place here to submit text. So for this section this week, you'll just type in here that you posted to discussions. And you'll also let me know that you sent me an email. And this just shows up when you post your assignment. And then down here in the attachments, you can choose your Word file with your story written out to attach. And once you're done all that, you can just hit submit here, and that will submit your homework for the week. Alright, that's going to wrap up this week's homework instructions. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask.